Hello, Steve Mills here. It's great to be back sharing with you some more tried, tested and proven ways in which you could grow your business. Now, growing business right now is obviously a tough thing to do. And I just got some thoughts that I wanted to share with you today about what I consider to be the response of different people and different businesses. Now, I'm not saying which one's right and which one's wrong and what you should be doing, because the truth is it depends on what industry you're in, how big your business is, what your marketing's like right now, and so on and so forth. But I wanted to give you my sort of take on what I consider to be the 7 responses that businesses are taking to the COVID-19 situation. So not in any sort of particular order, and I want to be clear, this is not what I'm recommending you do. I'm just really making you aware of the different things that people are doing. And also I will tell you what I'm doing, and just so you can get an understanding of me. So number 1 is people are being passive. They're not doing anything. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes here. I wrote a list. So they're being passive. They're doing nothing, and they're just pretty much waiting for more news. And I'd say there's a lot of people doing that right now, and that is an interesting way of behaving. But not necessarily, I certainly don't think the best thing. The second group is what I call the spectator. So they're spending all their time, listening to the news, picking up everything from, Twitter and Facebook and so on and so forth. They're just, they're the world's, leading authority on it almost. They listen to everything and often do nothing. There's the contract people who are just contracting their business, and we should all be doing some of that without a doubt. But what they're doing is basically pulling back on everything, hunkering down, not spending anything, getting rid of many of their staff onto the government sort of funded scheme and so on and so forth. So they're just contracting back and waiting and hoping that this thing doesn't last for months and years and so on and so forth. The next group, group 4, what I call victims. They're just out there, they're moaning about it. They're talking on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere and anywhere to anybody who'll listen, making excuses, blaming others, isn't it horrible? Why has this happened? And so on and so forth. And whilst I understand anybody, venting their frustration with it all, it's not really going to get you anywhere. And so they're the first 4 things. Number 5 is what I call the cheerleader. These people are out there going, oh, now's the time to do this and do that, and have the right attitude. If you have the right attitude and you don't do anything, guess what's going to happen? Nothing. It's really good to have the right attitude and to think, right, okay, what's positive here? What could we do? How can we move forward? But just being a cheerleader and putting messages out to people, from deceased notables about how difficult times were back then and how they overcome it, didn't really get you anywhere. Although it makes a lot of people feel better, so I suppose that's a good thing. Number 6 is to attack. And I don't mean attack other people. I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean just to attack the market, and that's one of the things I'm doing. I'm still putting out just as many videos. I'm still putting out just as many social media posts and emails and so on. I'm just not going to, in my business, I'm not going to sit back and go, oh, well, times are tough and so I should do nothing, or not do as much. I'm going, times are tough, so I need to do even more. And so I'm attacking this with what I call persistent, ongoing, massive action. And do you know what? I'm winning new business right now. And that's great. And I'm getting new leads. We've got 4 meetings this week, which is fantastic. And I'm just doing my best. I know it's not going to work as well as it would have worked if things had been normal, but I'm still, working and pushing forward and doing my best to make sure my business A, survives, and B, turns up on the release date, if you will, when all this gets back to normal. And I know it might be a staggered release date, but when it gets back to normal, my business will be in the best possible condition after the difficult time we've been through. Number 7 is those who are planning, which again I think is a wise thing right now. If you have got time, if some of your business has disappeared, now's a great time to put some plans together, put a marketing plan together. Perhaps it's one that you're going to use now. What we're doing is we're doing a 2-phase plan. We're doing a plan for the next 3 months to get us over, hopefully, this situation that we're in right now. And then we've got another plan for what we're going to do after, the D-Day, or whatever you want to call it, Freedom Day, I've called it. After that, what are we going to do after that? So now's a great time to be working on your business plan, to be looking at new products, new services. They're saying the world will be changed, and I really do believe that. So perhaps we need to think about what we're actually going to be offering to our market. Perhaps we're going to need to be looking at new markets. Perhaps we need to be looking at new ways of marketing. Perhaps we need to improve the effectiveness of our current marketing, because we want to do better, not worse, when we come back. So that's it. They're my 7 thoughts, 7 responses that I see businesses are currently taking. If you want to know more from me, by all means, go to my website, which is stevemills.co. If you want one of those meetings with me, I'd be very happy to do that. In that meeting, we'll sit down, and what I do is I have a look, and we discuss one element of your marketing. I try and give you loads and tips on ways in which you can improve that. And if you like what you hear, we can talk about working together. And if you don't, that's fine. And I wish you every success going forward. So if you want to do that, just go to our website. There's a link on my homepage to book an online meeting with me. And again, it's www.stevemills.co. Thanks very much for listening.